What's going on, guys? Drones Dogs here. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, guys. Yes, sir. It's drone time. It's drone time. We're going to unbox this Uranhub UH400 4-axis drone, guys. Now, from what I could tell and from the specifications and looking online, this is basically a rebranded Snaptane X5C, guys. If you guys have been in a hobby or if you've been into drones for a while, when you see this, I already know a lot of you are going to comment and be like, that's a Snaptane S5C. Yes, I know, guys. So this is a rebranded Snaptane S5C by this company called Uranhub. From what I can gather, I've had a couple Uranhub drones from Amazon, and all of them so far, what I have seen, have been rebranded Snaptane drones. So I'm guessing Uranhub is either Snaptane's new name or they just taking over Snaptane's IP or intellectual property. That's all I can guess. So there's really not too much on the box. You can see it's a little design of the drone, rated ages 14 plus, photo, video, it says 4-axis drone, but then it says 6-axis gyro right here in small little keynotes. That's crazy. Voice control, gesture control, trajectory flight, altitude hold, 1 key return, and FPV transmission, which basically means Wi-Fi FPV, guys. Now, I have not looked in the box yet. I have had it for about a week or so, just sitting off to the side, because I told you guys the weather has been crappy, so I've been waiting for a good day to actually get a drone out and show it to you guys and showcase it. Hopefully, it's not too windy here today. It did stop raining. It was raining for like 2 days, but hopefully it's not too windy, and we can go ahead and be able to at least get a test flight of this Uranhub, whatever they call it, UH400. I'm just going to call it the S5C because that's what it is, guys. It's a Snaptane S5C. You know what I'm saying? So here are our instructions. You got a quick start guide, and then you got a thick, detailed instruction manual. So make sure you go over that. And you also get a little quick start guide on the top of the controller, letting you guys know the controls. So this is not going to be a long unboxing, and really not too much to go over, guys. So let's get this top tier off. Not too sure if I'm going to put the landing gear. I might put the landing gear on for the first flight because I know you guys, beginners, are going to put the landing gear on. So it does come with landing gear here, or some of you guys might call skids. I'm definitely not going to use the prop guards. If you're a beginner, use the prop guards. I don't recommend using them outside, flying around trees and stuff like that, because you know you can get them caught into the trees and they act like hooks, and you get hooked up on a tree, and you're going to have to try to get your drone out of the tree. All right? So, let's get the drone out. Let's get the drone out. And it looks like you're going to get some screws to attach these landing gears properly. But since we're not going to be worried about too much, I'm really just going to pop these landing skids on real quick so you kind of can see what it looks like with the landing gears on. You can see it real quickly. Wow. So that's what the drone looks like with the landing gear on. So they boast a 2K camera here. I know the original S5C had a 720p camera. They saying it's a 2K camera, and it is I do believe it's manually adjustable. I'm gonna have to definitely put some screws in because that thing is gonna keep popping out. If I decide to fly, I'll probably fly with the landing gear first flight. So it's manually adjustable, I think. Yeah, can manually adjust the camera. So I'm gonna leave, and you can look like you got a little bit of an up tilt you can use too on the camera as well. That's pretty cool. We got an on and off switch here underneath here. Let's see. The battery bay looks like where is the battery bay? The battery bay is right here, but it looks like it has a screw in the battery bay. So we're gonna have to unscrew that to get the battery out. I don't like that. So to get the battery out, we're gonna have to unscrew that. So I'm not gonna fondle with the battery bay at this point in time because I don't feel like getting out the screwdriver. But that's, oh no, it's not. The battery bay is actually underneath. My bad. So you just want to pull up on the camera, and there is the battery bay. I thought this was the battery bay. It's not. It just pull up on the camera, lift up, and there is the battery bay. I apologize, guys. So looking at the battery, I'm just gonna take these skids off right now. You can see what you've seen what the drone looks like. Looking at the battery, we have a 3.7 volt 1000 milliamp hour battery with the micro low seat connector, which is pretty decent. Should get, I'm hoping about 6 to 8 minutes of flight time with that. So that's cool that it just fits right in there snug. Actually, I'm gonna leave that out so I can charge that battery here, and we can hopefully get a flight. So there is the drone, guys. Landing gear, of course, fell off. Look like you got LED light here, like a spotlight. We got some LEDs underneath. Brush geared motors, of course. Brush geared motor, so I mean, it is what it is. Now, looking at the control, look at that. Everything is laid out. Takeoff, landing, headless mode, 1 key return, photo, video, emergency stop, speed switch, forward trim, back trim, left, right trim, directional, pitch and roll, accelerator, which means the throttle stick, and you got speed switch and 3D flip. So that's cool. You could just, also hang on to that, but we're gonna just whip that off so we can hang on to that for later and just take a peek at that later. But that's the controller. Flip it up. FPV phone mount, power button, and I believe we're gonna need 4 AAA batteries. So nice controller, pretty cool, and also matches the color of the drone, so that's pretty cool as well. And then look in here underneath, we got an extra battery in this goodie bag. So we got an extra battery in this goodie bag, another 1000 milliamp hour battery, an extra set of caps, chrome caps that goes on top of the drone, extra set of propellers, Phillips screwdriver, and that's the contents of the goodie bag, guys. So that's a real quick look at this, a real quick unboxing of this UH400 by Uranhub, aka the S5C. So I'm gonna get these landing gears screwed on, and we're gonna take a quick flight of this bad boy. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So we are out here with this UH400, aka the Snapchain S5C, guys. All right, it was literally just pouring rain, like literally just seconds ago. I had to come back in the house, so this might not be too much of a long review, guys, but hopefully we get this bad boy in the air, at least see what this camera looks like, and get a quick test flight out of this S5C rebranded. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it busting. I'm actually feeling raindrops again, guys. I'm feeling raindrops again. So we got blue LEDs in the front, like red in the rear. Yeah, guys, I'm feeling raindrops. Just turn up and down. The links the drone to the controller. We're gonna do both joysticks to the lower left. That calibrates it, and then both joysticks to the lower right. That calibrates it. So we should be ready to take off, guys. So before we can take off, of course, we gotta get into the Wi-Fi of this bad boy. So let's look for the Wi-Fi of this bad boy. Yeah, I'm starting to feel sprinkles. It's drone UH400 and some numbers. Okay, now we have gotten to the Wi-Fi. Before we get into this app, the app is the BPilot 1 app. We're gonna do a screen recording, okay, guys? So let's go ahead and do a screen recording. 3, 2, 1. I feel raindrops. Screen recorder is started, you guys. Okay, let's get into the app. The app is the BPilot A1. Let's connect to that. Okay, let me get out of there. I got to get back out of there for a second and restart. It's gonna be a quick flight. So do got Wi-Fi, FPV feed. So it does have an SD card slot. So I did put a 4 GB SD card in there just to see if it will work. So hopefully it will work, guys. But if not, if that doesn't work, at least you'll have the screen recording. Let's go ahead and then start the recording via the app. So that works via the app. So let's just go ahead and do an automatic takeoff. Okay, so automatic takeoff works. This is the first right here. You can, I don't know if you guys can hear or not, there is a breeze. So the breeze is blowing it, as you can see, it's blowing it back. So this is, I'm fighting into the breeze in the lowest rate. This is full forward into the breeze in a low rate. So you can see I can barely fight into it. That's full forward into the breeze. Now you're gonna notice when I turn it around that it's gonna come back easy with the breeze, all right? I feel like the rain kind of slowed up a little bit. So let's go ahead and increase our rates. Second rate or second speed. So let's fly into the breeze or into the wind in the second speed here. Still not too much. pitch with it in the second speed here. Let's go into the third speed. Okay, now we can fight into that wind a little bit more in the third speed there. And the camera is manually adjustable. Just keep that in mind, but I left it kind of horizon view, so I don't want to see too much of the ground when I pitch forward. Looks pretty decent though from right here, I'm not gonna lie. From my phone, the camera looks pretty decent. Wow, it's got a crazy quick yaw in it. It's got a super fast yaw in it. So let's bring it on over here. Let me show you guys. Let's go back down to this first rate. The rain is starting to pick up. First rate. Woo, get on over here. That wind is blowing. I'm trying to show you guys the yaw. Yeah. I ain't gonna be able to show you guys the yaw because I gotta stay in this third rate to fight the wind. But on a calmer day, it's kind of breezy for this bad boy. It does do flips. So there's a flip there for you guys. Front flip for you guys. Side flip for you guys. And back flip for you guys. So all directional flips with this bad boy. You can do all directional flips for you guys who like to flip out there. So we're just gonna cruise around in this third rate here. Yeah, third rate. We're gonna cruise around in this third rate pretty much. Ain't gonna do too much because it's quite breezy and I'm feeling raindrops. I'm actually getting rained on, y'all. But the camera, we got over 2.5 minutes of recording. The camera looks pretty good, and hopefully it's recording to that little SD card. If not, like I said, at least you guys will have the screen recording. Not too bad. This thing was like what, 30 bucks? Like 35 bucks, I think, with tax. So like 35 bucks shipped to your door. You're getting a pretty decent camera drone, guys. That's really not too bad, especially for cheap for beginners who want to learn how to fly something and don't want to spend a lot of money. I told you guys, these cheap drones operate just like the expensive drones. The only thing you don't have is GPS and like optical flow and all that stuff, but which is good for a beginner because you don't want that. You want to know how to fly. So once you get all that good stuff, you're going to be king. You're going to be pro at flying, guys. Learn to fly with the basics before you get all that expensive stuff with assistance, and you're going to be a better pilot. It's going to teach you how to be a better pilot in the long run. Breeze is kicking up. Ooh, that breeze is kicking up. But for what I'm seeing, for a drone as cheap as this is, that camera looks pretty decent. It really does. I'm actually kind of impressed. It's got a quick yaw, and I got to get used to that yaw, though. That yaw is really quick on this bad boy. Look like my camera froze up for a minute. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. And keep in mind, guys, it's breezy and there's no gimbal or, you know, image stabilization or nothing on this thing. So just a little cheap little camera, but it is doing the job well from what I can see. I mean, from my little phone, it looks good. I'm quite impressed with that. Now, that blue spotlight up front on the drone is helping me out a lot because with this yaw being so twitchy in the third rate, it's so twitchy with the yaw in the third rate, that spotlight helps me out to keep my orientation. It really does, guys. We're coming up on 5 minutes of recording. So decent flight time because we're fighting the wind and the breeze the whole time with this drone. So keep that in mind. We're fighting breeze. It's not the warmest of days. See, look, I gotta get my orientation back. See, that breeze is kicking up, so let me start to try to lower it down a little bit. And I'm starting to feel raindrops. Not a bad flyer, guys. Not bad at all. Hopefully there's no water getting on my camera lens. Kind of froze up. We're approaching 6 minutes a recording. I want to stop the recording. That way we at least save something. Hopefully that recording saved. And we'll just fly the rest out with the screen recording going. Not too bad. And the rain is picking up, guys. The rain is picking up. So we're actually going to bring it in. You guys get a close look of it. The UH400, aka the S5C. Still no flashing lights, so still got plenty of flight time, which is amazing. Yeah, that yaw is crazy fast in this third rate. It's really twitchy. That's the only kind I don't like, is that the yaw is too fast, I believe, in the third rate. Especially if you were a beginner, you might get into some trouble. See how twitchy that is? So let's land it. Automatic land. I'm going to guide it down as it lands. Just trying to make it land. Woo! Woo! The UH400, aka the Snapchat S5C. I'm your boy, John the Dogs. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next episode. Doses!